All right, all right. What is going on, BriHive? Welcome back to yet another live stream going over some of the craziness in the legal field. It's saying I've already been live for 24 seconds. I swear I just pressed the button. What the heck is going on? Sorry, that really distracted me. I'm like, I have not been live for that long. I've only said like 2 words. But welcome back to yet another live stream, y'all. We are diving deep into MrBeast Burger's lawsuit that we were not able to get to on Tuesday's live stream. We're going to jump into a lot of the information there. There was an anti-SLAPP motion filed. There were some letters making demands of what needs to happen in the case filed, and they're unredacted. So we're going to look through those. And then there's also a declaration from MrBeast telling us about how he felt, or not necessarily how he felt, but just basically what gave rise to this case, and giving his perspective, an actual declaration from MrBeast. If you do not know who MrBeast is, he is he describes himself as a philanthropist. He's a content creator. He makes crazy videos, in my opinion, crazy big production videos on YouTube. That's where I know him as of getting his start. Let me know if y'all know him from somewhere else. And every time we cover him, I always say, let me know if y'all think that MrBeast is a celebrity, because I'm not quite sure he's there yet. So let me know whether y'all think that MrBeast is a celebrity. But either way it goes, he's a YouTuber, content creator, and he also gives away a lot of free money, which I wish I can be on one of his shows for that. But he also started a burger joint called MrBeast Burgers, and he is actually suing his business partners in this. And not only did he sue his business partners in his MrBeast Burgers lawsuit, they turned around and sued him. So now he's turning around and filing an anti-SLAPP motion against them, saying basically that he can say whatever he wants because it is an issue of public interest. There's some interesting case law going on about a Trump lawsuit. Did not get to dive into it. It is a live reaction tonight, but we'll see what it says, okay? But he's basically, MrBeast is trying to assert that the California interpretation of anti-SLAPP laws should be the one being considered in moving forward. So we're going to jump all into that. Make sure you guys let me know if you're watching live. Welcome into the live stream. We also have TikTok going live as well. So welcome to everyone over on TikTok. If you see me looking away on TikTok, you will see me looking away on TikTok. I am on YouTube live stream, and that's where you are able to see the documents. But we are all happy to have you here, TikTok live off to the side. So let me know on YouTube, on TikTok, if you're here watching live, and if you've heard about this case. I know if you are a YouTube OG BriHive subscriber, you probably know a little bit about this case because we cover it quite often. They have a lot of movement going on in this case. So over on TikTok, let me know if y'all heard about it. But either way, let's go ahead and say hi to the peeps in the live stream. But before we get that started, we have to say hi to Boss. Right, welcome in, Bossy, to be bringing us in to say hi to J. Michael RN. Hello, a member of the channel. Welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. J. Michael RN says, gonna listen while writing a paper for graduate school. Ooh, congratulations on graduate school. Are you almost done? Is it stressful? I know it's stressful. I don't know why I'm asking that question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just Me MD says, hey, BriHive, sending love from East Texas. Hello, another member of the channel. Welcome back into the live stream. We love Texas. Well, I don't know if I love Texas, but we love you because we love Texas because you're from Texas, okay? So welcome back into the live stream. Crystal Harris, another member of the channel. Shout out to all the members jumping into the live stream super early, saying the Hive is live. We are back with another BriHive live. Welcome back into the live stream. Crystal Harris, nice to see you tonight. We got Kimmy Locker saying hello to everyone, dropping our B emoji or Bremoji. I don't know what we're calling it, but welcome back into the live stream and also backstage. Member, moderator, paralegal, consultant of the channel. Kimmy wears all the hats, and shout out to Kimmy because she pulled the unredacted documents for us to look at. Now, y'all, I don't know if we're going to be able to go through everything on this live stream because it's a lot. It's a lot. and I cannot be here for 10 hours, maybe not 10 hours, but 4 or 5 hours. I cannot be here for that. But we're going to kind of skip around in some of the important information. So again, shout out to Kimmy for pulling those documents for us. We have J. Michael RN saying, yes, he is top 10 on YouTube. So you would consider Mr. Beast to be a celebrity. I think it's hard because these influencers, they gain so much notoriety so quickly that it's almost like you have to consider them as a celebrity. I'm wanting to call them a pseudo celebrity, but at this point, they're like low key. I mean, are they A-list celebrities? No, but maybe we can put them up there on like the F list. I'm not super I'm not super vetted in determining what list of celebrity you're on as if I'm some type of celebrity. I'm like, no, you are not A-list, actually. You are Z-list. Bree, you're not even on the list. We're working on getting on the list, so don't worry about that. So yeah, top 10. I think he's like maybe not number 1 anymore, but he's like one of the most subscribed to channels on YouTube. I would be surprised if he's not like in the top 3. So Kimmy Locker says, I definitely think Mr. Beast is a celebrity, especially among the youth. Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely. I'm scared to give them that title of celebrity, but I think maybe not definitely not A-list. So there's that. All right, we have Doodle Noise, another member of the channel. Welcome back into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. Still love that name. It's so cute. And now that I know the meaning behind it, or partial of the meaning behind it, it's even cuter. I'm saying live in the hive. Welcome back into the BriHive. I know I said that like one live stream, and I should probably do it more often, but you know, it gets hard. There's people, I think, spamming my TikTok chat talking about Drake got leaked. I don't know if you guys have seen, or are you asking me to cover that? There's no lawsuit there, so I'm not covering Drake's leakage. Wrong. I should not have said that. Either way it goes, let me know if y'all heard about that situation about Drake the rapper and whatever. Let me know if y'all heard about it. I'm not going to say it on the live stream, but he had a video leaked and someone is commenting on it on my TikTok live. Yeah, I only cover things with case documents, so we are not covering that on the live stream. J. Michael RN says only 4 weeks in. Okay, so you're just starting. I thought you meant 4 weeks left. So you were almost done, but still, nonetheless, good job. Tanya D said, hello, everyone. Hello, Tanya. Welcome back into the live stream. I was like, is Tanya missing tonight? I'll be so sad. But here she is, another member and moderator of the channel. Lovely to see you tonight. Welcome in. Kimmy Locker saying to J. Michael RN, 4 weeks into semester or all of grad school? Both. Both applies there. Baby Meatball still love that name too, saying, hey, everyone, dropping the B emoji. Hello, another member of the channel. Welcome back into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. Kimmy, okay, you guys are chatting it up. Kimmy Locker says, how do you define celebrity? I don't know if I have a definition for celebrity. I don't know. I just feel like there's different levels of celebrity. Like with influencer, you got like the micro influencer, nano influencer. I feel like, yeah, there are different lists. Am I tripping? It has to be different lists. Only 20 months of the grad school. Are you doing your master's to get your MP, or what are you working on there? What are you working on there? Just Me MD is laughing. Just Me says, good one, Bree. I don't even remember what I said at this point. Y'all, let's go ahead and check where we are with the likes. We are at 2 likes on TikTok. So shout out to TikTok for the 2 likes. Definitely appreciate it. And then we have YouTube. We are at 14 likes with 14 people watching live. So if you have not hit the like button, please do. It does help us out and get more friends watching live with us. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We have Cheryl C saying, hi, everyone, another member of the channel. Hello and welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. I love when you guys are like super active in the beginning of the live stream, which makes it take a long time for me to get started, but that's okay. We're having a good time. Tanya D says, I don't know anything about Drake. Don't look it up. If you haven't looked up the Drake thing, do not look it up now. Not going to be fun. Okay. Let's see. There was something. I'm trying to see if anything else came out on my TikTok. No, it's all about Drake. I'm not covering that. Okay, y'all. Not covering that. Just Me MD says, guess people were not talking about Drake enough. So yeah, that's a way to get people talking about you, right? J. Michael RN says MSN and executive nurse and administration. Ooh, sounds fancy. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, good luck. I know 20 months. It doesn't sound like that long, but when you're in school, it feels like that long. I was just talking to Alpha today saying, oh my gosh, like the week went by crazy fast. I just remember on Monday, I don't want to go to work. It's Monday. And now all of a sudden it's freaking Thursday. Okay. It's going by back 5. Oh, let me see. Sorry, I got a chat from Kimmy. I don't think so, Kimmy. That was on my other account, so I have to figure out how to do it again. So let me see. Am I follow? I don't think I even follow anybody on this account. So let me follow back. You requested, I requested to follow you, Kimmy. So you have to approve it and then I can put you on a mod on there. Thank you for that. And then where were we at? Sorry. I completely forgot I said that freaking fast. So drinks leakage. Spirit of the Tree says, hello, fine humans. Hello, and welcome back into the live stream. Nice to have you back tonight. Another member of the channel, Spirit of the Trees. Love to see you in the live stream. Deacon Fado, hello. Another member of the live stream. Welcome back. Saying hi, and I have a short time. We are here for a good time. Not a long time, okay? So we appreciate you stopping by. That was a Drake line for those of you that don't know. Arctic Ginger, hello and welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. Saying tired tonight, crazy week. Ready to sit back with Dr. Pepper and listen. You feel like a good friend. Thank you very much. I'm trying to, we'll talk about it later. We have to get into the case, but appreciate you stopping by. I hope this is a good case and that you enjoy the live stream. Tanya D says, how did court go? That was on Wednesday. It went good. Oh, I completely forgot. Court went really good. Of course, the other party is really mad, but my client's really happy. It was a long hearing. We kept having to be recalled. But it was a very good hearing. We got exactly what we wanted. I gave my client the rundown of what's the worst case scenario, what's the best case scenario, and we ended up more close to the best case scenario. So it was a good court hearing. Thank you for asking. Spirit of the Tree says, is Mardi Gras here in New Orleans? We're off Monday and Tuesday citywide. Lucky. So lucky. I always want to go to I've never been to Mardi Gras and I want to go. But I hope you have a good time. Are you going out at all? Oh, gosh, why did I pull that chat up? Kimmy, you got to give me a warning. Oh, my gosh. Kimmy Locker says, as long as your client's happy, that's all that counts. Yes, go breathe. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a good case, or not a good case, but a good case, but a good hearing, and hopefully we can get settled soon. She deserves to settle her case and not go to trial. So that's what we're working on. I didn't see the Drake thingy. All of the language surrounding the Drake issue is ridiculous. And sometimes I think about like covering hot topics like that, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't, although I can make like jokes, since it doesn't come with like a court document, I don't know if it fits the vibe of my channel all the way. I know we would have a good laugh with it. I'm sure we would, but I don't know if it fits the vibe of my channel all the way. Kimmy, like, don't Kimmy me. I told you I'm starring chats. No, you dropped a eggplant. I was not prepared. I know you want me to click only the starred one. Sorry. I guess so. That was my fault. I'm bad. My bad. Just me MD dropping all of the BriHive emojis. Okay, so that was a good icebreaker of randomness. So now, well, let me get this one last chat and then we'll jump into the contents of today's stream. We are now at 0 people watching on TikTok, but that's okay. We're going to get the TikTok going up. I think they don't like not being the center of attention. On TikTok, you just scroll and people pop in and everything. But since I'm not looking at the camera, I feel like no one wants to stay. Well, I just got a like, so never mind. They do want to stay. All right. So Spirit of the Tree says, yep, I'm going to the parades all day Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I know that's going to be so fun. Don't get any beads or get beads, whatever you prefer. I don't know. We don't mind. No judgment here. Okay, let's see. Got it. Okay, I'll try to figure. I don't know if I can do it while I'm on live, Kimmy. And I think I need to be able to see you. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Brief intermission of me trying to figure out TikTok live because they don't make it the easiest to work. So mirror my video, maybe settings. I did this before. Moderators. There we go. Moderators. Add moderators. Kimmy. Okay. Got it. Let me see. I'm messing stuff up. Sorry, y'all. Brief intermission. We are trying to get the technical things together here. All right. We got Kimmy modded on TikTok. Welcome to TikTok mod crew, Kimmy. Let's go ahead and jump. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I figure out technology. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kimmy. I'll look at that more in a second. Okay, we are at 18 likes, so 15 people watching live, but I know some people have popped in and popped out. So if you have not already, please do hit the like button. It does help us out in the algorithm. It helps us get us more people watching live, especially there on TikTok. We got a couple people. And then we got our good friends over on YouTube, the OG BriHive, the OG BriHivers, okay? That's the BriHive. We be hibernating and then we come back and then we're all good, right? I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyways, let's get into what we're actually talking about for the live stream. Let's, boss. Bring it in, bossy. We are going to be jumping into MrBeast's lawsuit. For those of you who do not know what's going on here, MrBeast, the super famous YouTuber now on TikTok as well, and probably some other social media websites, has filed a lawsuit against his business partners for his burger company, MrBeast Burgers, basically trying to get out of the contract. And then his partners basically said, you're going to sue us or we're going to sue you back. And now MrBeast is saying, well, you can't sue me back because I was permitted to say all of the things that I said about you, even if you think it's bad. So, okay, I win. That is what was said in layman terms, BriHive terms, to make it simple, right? So let's go ahead and jump into his declaration because he's going to tell us what he did, why he did it, and we're going to get a little bit more details. After that, we'll jump into the actual motion, I think the brief for, the memo in support of the motion. We probably won't go too much through the brief because it's mostly talking about like legal standards and do we really want to, I know we like the law over here, but I don't know if we really want to spend a lot of time going through that on the live stream. And then we may pop into some of the exhibits. The exhibits are cute. And then we have a couple of demand letters. Don't know if we're going to get to the demand letters today, but we will take a little bit of a peek at the contract, which really surprised me because it's not really a contract. It's a letter agreement. And y'all, I didn't read it all the way. So they very much could have memorialized it into a contract, but it was a very interesting document that they entered into, right? So let's go ahead and jump into what MrBeast has to say leading up to this motion, anti-SLAPP motion. I should basically be able to say these things because it's a public interest and the public needs to know about what's going on despite the fact that we have a contract together. So let's go ahead. I said that like 20 times, but we're going to actually do it now. We're going to actually go ahead and do it. And we are jumping right in. I know y'all like to see the document, but I like to see my face. So I'm going to make the document as big as possible. And if I need to change it, y'all just let me know if you need to see it some more. Unfortunately, over on TikTok, you are not able to see the document, but that's okay. That is okay. We had LB saying hello on TikTok. Hello to you. And then let's go ahead and jump into it. So this is The affidavit of James Donaldson, aka MrBeast, in support of the plaintiffs and the counter-defendant Beast Investments and James Donaldson's anti-SLAPP motion. What does MrBeast has to say? He basically says he's telling us all the truth, and he lets us know exactly who he is. I am an entrepreneur, content creator, and philanthropist who is professionally known by my followers and professional contacts as MrBeast. I am a majority owner of B Burgers 1456 and Co. I don't think they're listed as defendants in this, so that's an interesting company name, which is a corporation organized under Delaware law. Counter-defendant Beast Investments LLC is a wholly owned subsidiary of B Burgers. Okay, so it's basically like, for lack of a better word, a shell company for Beast Burgers, or for B Burgers, I guess, 1456. So that's why they're not listed. They're a little bit more hidden. Beast Investment is like the big guy of it, or no, B Burgers is the big guy of Beast Investment. So it's like y'all get what I'm saying. Okay, so on September 3rd, 2020, Beast Investments entered into an endorsement and service agreement with counterclaimant Celebrity Virtual Dining in order to establish the MrBeast Burger business. Pursuant to our agreement, the MrBeast Burger business would be operated by counterclaimants who purported to be experts in the virtual dining business, which business involves the creation of a virtual dining brand that operates in a delivery-only mode. Beast Investments, in turn, granted CVD the right to utilize my name, images, likeness, voice, picture, photographs, signature, biographical data, endorsements, and statements to advertise, market, and promote MrBeast Burger's virtual restaurant brand and operations. I am the key public figure associated with the MrBeast Burger brand, which features my name, endorsement, and likeness. A true and correct copy of the ESA is attached here as Exhibit 1. Do I have that one? Exhibit 1? Maybe I do have that one. Let's see here. Is it in the stack, Kimmy, for the exhibit? No, it doesn't start with number 1. I got Exhibit 2, but not Exhibit 1. But that's okay. Let's go on. On January 23rd, 2022, Beast Investments and Virtual Dining Concepts enter into the letter agreement, which is the one that I said looks a little strange to me. Like, this is not the letter agreement. This is the letter agreement. It's like in a chart form. Can y'all see that? It's like in a chart form. Uh-oh. What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. Okay, chart form, which is an interesting style agreement to me. I guess it keeps it like pretty organized. But I just thought this was very strange. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let's see here. I think I did not download it. That's my problem. Okay, I saw your chat in the back, Kimmy. I think I just didn't download it. Okay, so that is the letter agreement, and then there is another agreement. Kimmy says they entered the actual contract. It was submitted as Exhibit 1. I sent the drive. Okay, perfect. I think I just forgot to download it on accident. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back to his affidavit. Okay. Among other things, setting forth the foundation and expansion of MrBeast Burgers, they were going to go into a brick and mortar and address other global aspects of MrBeast Burgers, including, without limitation, the establishment of a limited liability company to be owned by MrBeast Burgers business. A true and correct copy of the letter agreement is attached. As of January 2024, MrBeast Burgers Instagram has 1 million followers, and their X account, also known as Twitter, has 212,000 followers. He made posts on both of the accounts received multiple comments and complaints regarding the quality control issues, which reflect the public interest and the brand. And MrBeast's name, because he's the one, it's his face, right? People are going to buy this burger because it is MrBeast. No one, maybe someone, but most people are not scrolling on DoorDash and Uber Eats to order a MrBeast burger when we've never seen a MrBeast burger establishment, right? Most people that are ordering MrBeast burgers are getting it because they know and like MrBeast. And now his fans are complaining about the quality of the products. He attaches a bunch of exhibits going off of showing the people that are complaining on both Instagram and X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it at this time. After we entered into the ESA, I became aware of the fact that public discourse arose concerning the issues with virtual restaurants and ghost kitchens, because that's what it was. They did not have a brick and mortar store. If you remember watching the live stream long time ago when we covered this last year, some people were saying they got theirs in a 7-Eleven bag, and they were getting theirs from all these strange restaurants, and potentially being cooked on that little heating pad. I'm making stuff up right now. That little heating pad at 7-Eleven. That's all I think about, is that little rolly thing where you can get the hot dogs from. That's where I think the burger is being made. But maybe they have some other way to make these burgers. I don't know. I'm just being crazy right now. Okay, so let's see. By way of example, I read a number of articles that were published by major news networks, read tweets, comments, and other messages from customers and followers on social media, and reviewed content that was posted by influencers online tracking MrBeast Burger's poor quality, menu changes, and summarizing consumers' negative experiences, which is embarrassing because he started this business to make money and to, let his fans eat all of his delicious things. If you also remember, we covered another lawsuit with him basically copying somebody's trademark. And so I would love to see what his new name for his new, or not his new, but for that, is it a chocolate bar or granola bar, whatever he was selling. I'd love to see what new name he picks for that. But nonetheless, let's go on. A true and correct copy of a collection of the articles published by news sources documenting their own negative experience while trying the MrBeast Burger is attached here too. The articles were accessed in January 19, 2024. A true and correct copy of an article published by news sources discussing MrBeast Burger menu changes is attached in Exhibit 6. A true and correct copy of a collection of articles published by news sources collecting consumers' negative reviews by MrBeast Burger are attached in Exhibit 7. And I think we went over some of these in the actual complaint when we read that. MrBeast goes on to say, I serve as the public face of MrBeast Burger because of MrBeast brand's pre-existing popularity and otherwise positive reputation with my followers and professional contacts. By way of example, as January 2024, my own personal Instagram has 49 million followers, and my ex account has 25 million followers. During the term of the ESA and letter agreements, I started to receive thousands of negative comments concerning the quality of MrBeast Burgers because it's his face. Let's remember that. Many of these comments have been directed towards me personally because I am the key public face of the MrBeast Burger brand, and my followers have communicated to me their belief that I am responsible for the quality control for the food and services, which, I mean, he is partially responsible for it. He's in a contract with them. So yes, you are responsible for it. Does his followers think he's back there making burgers? I highly doubt the followers think MrBeast is back there making burgers. But yes, as the owner, as the face of the product, your followers are going to expect you to fix those issues, right? I don't think that's really unreasonable. I'm sorry to you. Maybe you should have had more oversight in your business. I don't know. But that's the thing when these celebrities enter into these contracts to make money, they don't really have that much control of what's actually happening. As he just said, they virtual dining concepts, they are supposed to be experts in these virtual kitchens, right? Did you vet them? I think that was something else that came up when we went through the complaint, was that they said they worked with all these people and they've done all of these things, but really they were just kind of starting up with MrBeast. I believe that was their first major, celebrity that they worked with. I don't know if they worked with anyone else before that, but if y'all can remind me, there's like a famous chef who is like owner of the virtual dining concepts. I don't remember who it was, but if y'all do remember, let me know in the chat. But yeah, I believe it was like their first he's one of their first, if not their first major people that they're working with. So there is that. Let's see here. Let's jump back into it. At the same time, I was seeing these negative comments concerning the quality of MrBeast Burger. I also became aware of the growing discourse concerning the downfall of using ghost kitchens for food service. And my thing is, like, you didn't check on this before you decided to enter into this kind of contract. Like, okay, let's go. For example, an article published on August 10th, 2023 discussed a noticeable difference between the same menu items ordered on the same day at the same time from two different MrBeast Burger ghost kitchens and discussed the health concerns Virginia state officials had with ghost kitchens generally. A true and correct copy of the article is attached here too. The article is titled Lack of Transparency from Ghost Kitchen Spook State Officials and was last accessed on January 19th. Yeah, because you have all of these places, allegedly, maybe even 7-Eleven, making your burgers. Like, I have to be, and y'all can let me know if you agree or not. I have to be really, really hungry to like order food from 7-Eleven, like a hot dog that goes on that heat willy thingy. I don't even know what it's called, but sometimes gas station hot dogs are bomb. I used to like them a lot in like high school when I didn't have a lot of money. Not saying I have a lot of money now, but when you just need $2, you need a little snack for $2, $3, or you can get 2 for $5 with chili and cheese on it. Yeah, I used to like it when I was in high school on the track team. But now, if I were to go into a 7-Eleven or any grocery store, nonetheless, I don't think I would buy that hot dog. I don't think I would buy it. Y'all can let me know if you would or not. But me, I'm kind of like, I really don't have it for you. Okay, so let's jump back into it. I'll get into the comments in just a moment. Hopefully, I'm going through this kind of slower than I expected, but that's okay. Here we are in the BriHive. Counterclaimants failure to ensure that the quality of the products and services offered by MrBeast Burger was consistently excellent, as reflected in the significant online backlash against the brand caused to my reputation and thus to my larger brand, MrBeast. In addition, pursuant to the ESA, MrBeast Investments was entitled to a share of profits from MrBeast Burger business. Specifically to Section 5, he should have been receiving commissions, 50% of rebates and commissions, a minimum of 2% of the brand's net sales. Beast Investments has not received a dime of the money it is owed under this provision. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the defendants or the partners came back and said they basically didn't make any money to give to him, which I find is very odd, but I could be wrong on that. Counterclaimants failed to provide MrBeast Investments with regular accounting and or financial statements despite repeated requests for the same. However, it is clear based on the limited financial documents provided that Beast Investments was due at least $4 million, $4.2 million. Actually, $4.2 million is what they are saying they should have been entitled to. Following these multiple breaches of the ESA and letter agreement, Lavely and Singer PC, on behalf of Beast Investments and myself, issued demand letters to counterclaimants that addressed their breaches and gave them notice of the same. I received copies of these letters when they were sent on March 30th, 2023 and August 3rd, 2023. True and correct copies of these demand letters are respectively attached as Exhibit 9 and 10. And let me tell y'all, those letters were long. Like, normally when we go over these cease and desist letters or these you're failing to comply with our agreement letters, they're like pretty short, 2 pages maybe. I don't know. These ones are like 10 pages or more each. They're like pretty long letters and they're single space. So that's why I said I don't know if we're going to be able to get through them all. I'm going to take a breather and check on where we are with the likes. We're at 23 likes. We got 14 people watching live, but if you have just popped in and you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps us get more friends watching live. And I just needed a sip of water. So here we are. We'll see if we can. Oh, we didn't set a like goal. Let's put the like goal at, we're already at, what was it at? I think 23. We're at 23. Let's make it 40. Let's give ourselves a challenge. Let's make the like goal 40 over on YouTube. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. Let's jump back into it. And then once I get through this, I'll go through some of the comments and then we'll get into the actual memo to support the request. So let's jump back into it. All right. Following multiple breaches, they sent letters to them. To the extent that any of the alleged breaches in these letters were curable, they were not cured. They asked them for money, they didn't give them the money. They asked them to fix the quality, they didn't fix the quality. So that's where we have the issue. Beast Investments filed its first complaint against CVD and BDC. Really? They just changed the order of the letters for their name, but they filed it, dismissed it voluntarily, and then filed a new one in state court on August 14th, 2023. BDC and CVD and Virtual Dining Concepts, collectively counterclaimants, filed counterclaims in this action alleging, and so this is what he's claiming anti-SLAPP for. They did a counterclaim alleging that Beast Investments and I breached the ESA, the agreement. Beast Investments breached the letter agreement. Beast Investments and I breached the implied covenant of both the ESA and the letter agreement, and I tortiously interfered with the contractual relations and prospective business advantages. Remember, like I just said, I believe that he was the first celebrity really using this company. So they're like, you're effing it up for me because you're saying we're doing a bad job. And we're trying to get a contract with Beyonce. I don't know if they were trying to get a contract with Beyonce. I'm just making stuff up. But either way, they're saying whatever you're doing is effing up my business for the future. Kind of like Lauren the Mortician and losing her endorsement with the famous documentary channel that she never released who it was. The crux of these allegations is that I made 5 social media posts on my personal X account that purportedly violated their rights on June and July of 2023. I understand that among other forms of relief, including money damages in excess of $100 million when they only owe him like $4 million, but they want him to pay $100 million. We might need to look at that liquidation clause. Is it 500 or is it 50 million per breach? That would be way worse than the what do you call it? What is it called? The Love is Blind contract. Have y'all started watching Love is Blind season 6? I want to, but I just feel like it has some icky feelings surrounding Love is Blind. Let me know if y'all if you even watch the show. Have you started watching it? Counterclaimant says are also seeking permanently to enjoin Beast Investments and myself from being able to speak out about the MrBeast Burger brand. That is absolutely, I don't see that happening. It's his face. How could he not speak out about it? Would love to see like what their basis is for that, but I just can't see that being a thing. You want me to put my face on a burger and I can't make statements about it? Absolutely not. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Okay, let's go back. The 5 tweets I published that are at issue in the counterclaims are as follows. That's why I'm now so focused on Feastables instead of, well, Feastables got sued. Feastables got sued too. I cannot talk, but yeah, they got sued too. So yeah, keep focusing on Feastables if you want to, but he settled that lawsuit already. So that one shouldn't really be an issue anymore. Okay, so he said, that's why I'm now so focused on Feastables instead of Beast Burgers. Well, if you're doing bad, I'm gonna get through what he actually said, y'all. But if you're doing bad, why wouldn't you then focus on Beast Burgers to make it better? I think I, as a consumer, will probably be mad about that statement, but I guess I also understand him saying he's trying to get out of the contract, so he's not even going to really work on it. But guess what? You still have fans that are going on these eatery websites and seeing your burger, and now you're telling them that you're not really working on it? I don't know if I like that very much. Virtual restaurants make it hard to guarantee the quality of the order. Feastables and I can actually be I can actually be confident you'll get what you buy, other than trademark infringement. But you know, they resolved that issue. He also said, if I had the ability to close it, I would have done so a long time. Sadly, sometimes when you're young, you sign. Oh gosh, I don't have my cuss words ready to go. Oh gosh, I can't hear my cuss words again. Okay, where are we at? Uh-oh, what did I just do? Okay, nope. Sorry, y'all. I'm beeping all in y'all ear because I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Figured it out, and I can hear it now. Sorry, y'all. I had to, what do you call it? Troubleshoot. Sorry, I beeped in y'all ear so many times. Okay, so he signed a bad deal. Next, he says, I started MrBeast Burger to help restaurants make more money during the pandemic, and it worked. But sadly, when working with 2,000 restaurants I don't own, it's impossible to guarantee the order quality. I'm moving on from MrBeast Burger so I can focus on Feastables and making snacks. Sir, you cannot just move away from you cannot just move away from MrBeast Burgers when you still have a contract. I understand you don't like it, but yeah, being young, you will learn that you can't just walk away from your contract, MrBeast, which is crazy because I think that MrBeast looks older than me, but he's like 24 or something. He's not that old of a person. Do y'all think MrBeast look older than 24? Like, he for sure looks older than 24 to me. I could be tripping, but I think he looks older than 24, but that's not a part of the lawsuit. So let's go on. Let me see. He also says, I would if I could, but the company I partnered with won't let me stop, even though it's terrible for my brand. Young B signed a bad deal. Again, just saying he blames it on his young stupidity because he doesn't know that much about business, apparently. Although he makes like millions on YouTube, he couldn't get a good burger deal. And sorry for him for that. Let's see. He also said on Twitter, yeah, it's impossible to guarantee the quality of orders with virtual restaurants. Hurts my soul to see orders messed up. Sadly, I can't get out of my deal with BB. Hence why I'm never giving up control of Feastables so I can always do what's best for my fans. Harsh lesson to learn. So again, blaming it on the fact that he didn't know. But my thing is like, did you not have an attorney? You should have had a little bit more say in it. Same kind of complaint that Diddy, although we're not really friends with Diddy anymore, same complaint that he made about the tequila and how his was not selling. Well, like we said, I mean, like I said before, I didn't even know Diddy had a tequila brand. But either way, he didn't really have control in how it was being marketed. In this case, MrBeast doesn't really have any control in how it's being prepared. So that's interesting. In the tweets, I provided my authentic and credible opinion regarding MrBeast Burger brand and what I have learned about the general capabilities of virtual restaurants. Such authenticity and credibility is required of my public statements under the express terms of the ESA and letter agreement. Specifically, in the tweets, I explained the constraints and risks involved with the virtual restaurant business model, how it affected MrBeast Burger, and why the problem was difficult to resolve. Virtual restaurants make it hard to guarantee the quality of the order. How when working with 2,000 restaurants, it's impossible to guarantee the order quality, and how it's impossible to guarantee the quality of orders with virtual restaurants. I felt compelled to publish the tweets to protect MrBeast's brand after receiving so much negative press and feedback resulting from counterclaimants' quality control issue, and in response to the fact that counterclaimants had not cured this issue after having been notified of the same, including in March 2023, and in order to fulfill my express obligations under the ESA and letter agreement. And thank you, MrBeast, for not pointing out what part of the agreement you have that authority to do that, because now we have to dig through it, and we don't have time to do that tonight. But if I have time, I will look it over. In the tweets, I only stated my opinion of and or reaction to the public comments and review about MrBeast Burger brand and virtual restaurants. I can agree with him with that. In fact, after I published the tweets, I had a conversation with Robert Earl, the principal of the counterclaimants, who informed me that he did not believe the tweets were malicious. Furthermore, as alleged in the complaint and discussed above as the individual public face of the brand, I have directly received thousands of messages from the brand's customers informing me of, among other things, how much I have disappointed them from the brand's failure. Accordingly, I published the tweets based on the abundance of evidence. I think that makes sense for him to speak out, though. Because if he says nothing, people are just going to probably start accusing him of being a money grabber. He's just out here doing the money grab thing. He's not really concerned about his fans. He's just trying to make a quick buck versus being famous and making all of this money and making sure that the quality is good. he's expressing that he doesn't really have control over it, but at the same time, he needs to figure out how to freaking get control of it. I get what he's saying, but you know, like I said, he signed a bad deal, but he's gonna have to figure out a way to get out of it. He's gonna have to figure out a way. Okay, so let's see here. Moreover, I did not name the counterclaimants in any specific agreements or any market partners of the MrBeast Burger brand in any of my tweets. The tweets address an unspecified business agreement with an unnamed business in general and the general capabilities of virtual restaurants. In any event, counterclaimants themselves expressly acknowledge in their effect that certain First Amendment complaint. See, what's the cross complaint? Okay, First Amendment cross complaint. I'm like, what's the double T? Okay. Let's see, that certain of these tweets were deleted, which is true. In fact, all of these tweets have been deleted for months, and I have not made any public comments regarding MrBeast Burgers or any of counterclaimants since then. Specifically, all of the June tweets were deleted before June 17, 2023, and the July tweets was deleted in August 2023. Indeed, I have no intention and have expressed no intention whatsoever of making any further public comments regarding MrBeast Burger or any of the counterclaimants, and that is the end of what MrBeast had to say about the case moving forward. He admits to admitting these comments or making these comments, but he did delete them. Will it be considered tampering with evidence or hiding evidence? I don't know. But either way it goes, at least he's admitting to it, and he can probably pull the transcripts of it and have it supplied during the trial. So he's not hiding these statements. So I don't think he can get in too much trouble for that. But I definitely get what he's saying. He's getting a bad reputation. He is the one that's the face of it. People are buying these burgers to be associated with him, have a parasocial relationship with him, say MrBeast cooked me a burger or whatever it is that he wants to say. That's he's trying to clear that up for himself and for his fans. And basically, I mean, he's going to put his own self out of business, maybe, sure, because he's going to say, I don't agree with MrBeast Burgers. And then the MrBeast fans are going to stop going to MrBeast Burger. That's one way to quit a contract, I guess. If you can't get out of it legally, I guess that's a way to quit a contract. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. We're at 28 likes with 17 people watching live. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps us get more friends watching live, which we've been doing really good on the people coming in live over the past few weeks. So we really enjoy that, and it's helping the channel grow. And our goal for the stream, likes on YouTube, is 40 likes. We have 11 likes over on TikTok. So shout out to TikTok. Shout out to YouTube. We just hit 30 likes over on my end. Shout out to y'all. I definitely appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump into the comments. Bossy, bring us in. All right, here we go. Let's see what the peeps have to say. If you haven't dropped your comment about the case into the chat section yet, please do, so that I can read and see what your reaction is. Then we're going to jump into some of the legal mumbo jumbo of the memo in support of his anti-SLAPP motion. We're not going to go into the legal briefing of it because not fun, right? And the BriHive is about fun and understanding things in a fun way. So we're not going to go through that. But if you haven't dropped your comment and your opinion about MrBeast's opinion on this matter and what he had to say and why we're here and why this thing should be dismissed, let me know in the chat section. If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comment section. Sorry for those of you that commented on the last video. I have been pretty busy at work, so I haven't gotten to those comments yet, but I'm going to try to get to those this weekend. But still, comment if you're watching live or you're watching on the replay. Okay, Deacon Fatal was saying never. I don't remember what I was talking about then. Kimmy Locker says, I don't use Twitter, but I feel very strongly about never calling it X. Oh, I think that's what Deacon Fatal was referring to too. I don't know. Like, I think when it turned into X, I stopped going on Twitter. If you are an OG BriHiver, I literally used to post my YouTubes on, like, when I was going to go live. I used to post it on X or Twitter, I guess. And I just stopped. Like once they turned it to X, maybe I was already slowing down on it prior, but as soon as it turned to X, like I don't log into that thing very rarely. I'll log in every once in a while to make sure I don't have like any messages from any fellow legal commentators on YouTube. But other than that, I do not go on X. Twitter, X Twitter, my X Twitter. I don't know. J. Michael RN says, Robert Earl, owner of Planet Hollywood. Okay, I would have never remembered that name, Robert Earl. I thought it was like someone like Gordon Ramsay. I would have never remembered that name, but I do remember that he's the owner of Planet Hollywood. So thank you for that, J. Michael, as far as the guy that owned the virtual concepts that partner with MrBeast to do these ghost kitchens. So thank you for that reminder. Kimmy Locker says they also own Planet Hollywood, Buca di Beppo. I know I'm saying that wrong because y'all corrected me on it last time, but y'all know what I mean, the Italian restaurant and other stuff I can't remember. Yeah, so he basically thought it was going to be a good deal because he had all of these successful restaurants, right? So why not partner with this person that owns Planet Hollywood and all of these other nice restaurants? They're going to know exactly what they're doing. He learned the hard way that they did not. Doodle Noise says, sometimes gas station hot dogs are the bomb. My favorite YouTube quote of the week. It's so fun here. I used to eat gas station hot dogs, but I haven't had one in a long time, and I'm actually a little afraid to try it again. I don't know. Now I feel awkward. Like it says, I want to watch Love is Blind because I love me some trash TV, but it feels yucky to me as well. Yeah, and I saw something. I don't know if this was like a parody or something, but I saw something that indicated that they were bringing back old cast members like Marshall and Bartice. And I'm like, no way y'all ran out of people to put onto Love is Blind. So I haven't watched it yet with the whole issue going on with Renee Poach right now. And so I forget who's the other person filing against Love is Blind. If there's not several lawsuits, I'm pretty sure there's multiple ones. With all that going on, I don't really feel right watching it, but I do want to watch it to see if they really did bring back those old characters on there. So let me know if y'all watched it or not. Kimmy Locker says, to be fair, nobody claimed they didn't get these nuts as expected. They didn't get these nuts as expected, only that they were confusingly similar to that guy's grandma. When you put it like that, it sounds so bad when you put it like that. This is why we can't cover the Drake issue. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand? It will be filled with innuendos. These nuts are similar to that guy's grandpa or grandma. Yeah, so he basically lost that lawsuit and he cannot call his chocolate bars these nuts anymore. But Granny's these nuts are still on the market. Okay, give me let me see. I already read that one. Just Me MD says, so is his burgers a trademark recipe only given to those restaurants in partnership with him? Or can I just make a burger in my own easy bake oven? Can I make a burger in my easy bake oven and slap his face on it? No, you cannot do that. So basically what they're doing is they're licensing his name and also his image. So in order to be able to use his name and his image, you have to basically partner with the virtual dining concepts. I don't know if they actually give the restaurant the licensing. I think they just partner with them to sell, and the licensing is actually just directly with virtual dining concepts. That makes more sense to me, but I don't know all the way. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But basically, virtual dining concepts has the license to use the name and the likeness of MrBeast, and then they contract with local restaurants to actually prepare the food. I don't think anyone ever really knows which restaurant. I mean, I guess you could probably figure it out once you figure out there are 2,000 restaurants, what company your burger is coming from, but I don't think that the actual companies advertise that they make MrBeast burgers too. I think that would require for them to license it directly. But no, you cannot put MrBeast burgers into your easy bake oven. But I mean, if we already have it on the hot dog rotator, The easy bake oven, it might take you 20 hours to make it, but hey, it might work out. Kimmy Walker says, just me, MD. An easy bake would probably cook it just as well as some of the partner restaurants based on the pictures. Yeah, so they allege that some of these burgers were not even cooked, that they were raw. So maybe the easy bake oven is the next step. Figuring out MrBeast's burgers. Tanya D says, shout out to everyone in the replay crew. We appreciate you giving us the BriHive emoji. Thank you. Yes, for the reminder. Replay crew is setting it off in the comment section. Like, I'm telling y'all, the channel is doing like really good. So I definitely appreciate everyone that continues to support me on this journey. It's a long journey. It's a hard journey. And without your support, I wouldn't be able to do it. So shout out to the replay crew. Shout out to the live crew. Shout out to the crew from the shorts. Shout out to everybody, even though I stopped making shorts. But I'm going to start again. Don't worry. It's hard making shorts and TikToks and live streaming. And I'm tired. And I haven't been sleeping that well, but this has nothing to do with the live stream. So let's get into what we're talking about here. Kimmy Locker says, I don't know how much of my opinion is based on what you just read versus the actual anti-SLAPP motion, but I think MrBeast makes a pretty good case. I think he does too. I think it does. It concerns public interest. If you're feeding raw meat and burgers from 7-Eleven, not hating on 7-Eleven, you know, I used to eat some 7-Eleven hot dogs too. But if you're selling that kind of product with my name on it, I should be able to speak out on it. So I agree with you. I haven't read the anti-SLAPP motion yet, so I don't know. Cassie says, hello and welcome back into the live stream. Luckily, I'm streaming late so you can pop in, saying, I feel like MrBeast probably has some pretty decent attorneys. So shouldn't they have done a little bit more research on these ghost kitchens before diving into a contract? The issue with it is, I feel like, and it's hard when I cover so many cases, I feel like he said something about not really utilizing attorneys when he signed this agreement, like maybe briefly, but not like to the extent where they're like researching things. And we also have to remember, attorneys, we're not really researching for you. If you bring us a deal and you say, I would like to enter this deal, we're literally just looking at the contract. We're not going to search and tell you that this is a good business deal. That's what you go to your business consultant for. That's what you go to, you know, experts in the food industry. I mean, I guess your attorney can also do that for you. But in what I would assume, if MrBeast has like general attorneys that just helps him with contracts, I don't think they're going to be researching whether virtual kitchens are a good investment opportunity. You're going to be talking to your investment guy about that, right? Is this something where the money is going to go up? And the thing about attorneys is a lot of attorneys are not good at math. So they're not going to be looking at what's the trajectory of the financial viability of this business. So could they look into it? Sure. There may be some attorneys that do look into it, but for the most part, I don't think a lot of attorneys, contract attorneys, would look into the viability of the success of the business. Now, with him saying that he can say these things, I'm sure they reviewed that part, yeah. But I don't think he's wrong in saying the things. I think in the agreement, which I haven't been able to go through, he is required to basically promote the burgers and speak out about the burgers. But I'm not sure what their stance is on like negative comments about the burgers. So I would have to go through the contract, and I got off of work late today, so I haven't had time to go through it yet. So sorry, that was a long-winded answer. I hope I got to what you actually asked. Kimmy Locker says the SAS MrBeast seems to have been the proof of concept for this specific business. Yeah, I'm thinking he's, if not the first person working with them, one of the first people. He was the proof of concept for the specific business model, but based on the owner's other ventures, I wouldn't have expected this sort of nonsense. Right. But when you look at restaurants and franchises and things like that, are they really the best at like quality control? I don't know why I'm saying like so much tonight. I got to get it together. Are they really the best at quality control? I mean, if you're going to like Chick-fil-A and Cane's, Raising Cane's, can y'all tell I like chicken? That's all I'm freaking naming. You run into situations where most of the time when you go to a Chick-fil-A, you're going to get good food, right? But you got some McDonald's out there, and I could be wrong because I don't go to McDonald's anymore, but you got some McDonald's out there where you could get some bad food, or you really got you could go to a Chick-fil-A and get bad food. I've gotten bad food from Chick-fil-A before. So how much quality control can they have? They can have procedures, sure. But when you're just doing ghost chickens, Bree, do you want chicken? I literally ate chicken for dinner. Why was that ghost chickens? What? Okay. I was on a roll. I felt like I was feeling that vibe I was going with. And then I said ghost chickens. What was I saying? When you're dealing with ghost kitchens, it's very hard to keep track of that quality because you might have a Chick-fil-A making the burgers, you might have 7-Eleven making the burgers. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for continuously talking about 7-Eleven, but you might have McDonald's making a burger, you might have Texas Roadhouse making a burger. It's definitely a lot harder to keep up with quality control in that when they have their own restaurant and their own procedures, and all of a sudden you're telling them to smack together a burger when we're going through the panini. Okay, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, Bree. Kimmy Lockett says that's why I put it like that. The statement about these nuts and the granny. Tanya D says Bree would laugh the whole time. Oh yeah, if we covered, yeah. I don't know. I'm immature. I guess I'm immature at this point. Kimmy Lockett says the BriHive failed. If not, that we would not make it through. And I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about on that. Like, I don't even want to say it. Like, I don't even want to say what he did. But yeah, look at Twitter at your own risk about Drake. That's all I'm gonna say. Tanya D says, I think they give them the way the burger should be made. Yeah, I'm sure they have some type of instructions on what to do. My thing is, I feel like they get like these burgers randomly, but if they're normally making pasta and all of a sudden they have to make a MrBeast burger, they're probably just slapping that thing together for a quick buck. And let's think about it, the virtual kitchen, how much are they really getting paid per burger? Really? Let's think about it. If the burger costs, I'm gonna say $10. I don't know how much the burger costs. If the burger costs $10, MrBeast is entitled to 50% of the whatever. I'm just making up numbers here. I don't know what it actually is. And then the other people are entitled to 30%. So then what? The company making the burger is getting $2, $3 to make a burger. When if they make their own pasta, they get a $20. Like, so are they going to be taking it seriously? That would be my question. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, they would not take it seriously. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Castor Sass says they were selling raw chicken sandwiches. I would have been so mad if I got my DoorDash and it was raw in the middle. And DoorDash be taking a long time. So imagine getting your food. It took forever to get there and your food's not even cooked. Oh my gosh. That's making me sick just thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cassie Sass says my favorite trash TV is Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules. I have not watched that in so long. I want to say it's been like 2 or 3 years since I have watched those shows, but those were my jam too. I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, Vanderpump Rules. I watched Beverly Hills, and I watched Potomac. So I didn't really watch like New York and New Jersey and Salt Lake. I just saw the Salt Lake one come out. I didn't really watch them like that. But yeah, no, I used to watch Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules. Kimmy Lockett says to Cast the Sass, I genuinely think those shows are somewhat similar to seeing different tribes, culture, etc. on Nat Geo and such because they live and behave in a whole nother world. For mine, yeah, I can agree with that statement. Is it the nicest? Maybe not, but I definitely can agree with that. Just Me MD says, so I can partner with him and use my Easy Bake Oven. Yeah, you just got to get a contract with Virtual Dining Concepts. We just got to figure out how to get you in contact with the guy who J. Michael told us who it was, but I don't remember. I don't remember his name already. Somebody Earl? Jason Earl? Who did you say? I forgot. But yeah, you can get a contract with them if you want. Kimmy Locker says, yeah, there wouldn't be the same sort of due diligence in a new ventures as if he was becoming a partner or buying an existing company. Yeah. And then you're dealing with all of these different kitchens. You don't know what they're proceeding. How well is virtual dining vetting these restaurants that they're trying to help make money? That was his purpose of doing the virtual kitchen. And, MrBeast is a philanthropist. He's trying to help these companies make money. Are they really vetting them that well? Or are they saying, oh, you're a mom and pop, let me help you out? So I don't know. Casa Sass says to Kimmy Locker, well, most of them act like wild animals. So it is sort of like watching a nature show on that Geo. It just shows me money doesn't buy happiness because those women are messy. Yeah. And they fight more than regular folks. They be running to slap people, throw drinks on people, fight people. And you have all of this money. You can hire a hitman. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Yes, the ghost chickens. I wanted someone to drop the emojis too, so thank you for that, Cassis. The ghost chickens. Spirit of the Tree says, we're all immature on any level. As adults, what we laugh at gives it away. Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's like, why do I need to be serious at all times? I don't know. I don't think I can do it. I don't want to do it. I'll tell y'all the truth. I am very surprised at my age. I feel like I'm like 18 or 19 years old with like what I enjoy doing. When I was a child, when I saw people my age, people going into their 30s, I just thought they were so mature and they just had their lives together. Mind you, my parents were like 30 when I was, what do you call it? How old was I? Maybe like 10 or so. I thought my parents were so mature, and now I know them now. And maybe they're not that much. Maybe they're not as mature as I thought they were. They laugh at stupid stuff too. But I don't know why. I thought adults were so cool, so mature, but I still feel like the way I behave on some occasions that I could be like 18, 19 years old. But then I talk to like 18, 19 year olds and I'm like, no, you are way not on my level of maturity. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just Me MD says eating raw chicken will definitely turn you into a ghost. Yeah. It would not be a fun experience, that's for sure. No, thank you. It's a hard pass for me. Don't put the chicken in the easy bake oven. Okay. J. Michael says Robert Earl. I call him Jason Earl. I screwed his name up. Robert Earl. Robert Earl is who's being or part owner. Kimmy Lockett says, Spirit of the Trees, maturity is overrated. Like, why be mature? I agree with that. Cass Sass says, OMG, how did you not get back into it with the Sandoval, all of it? Oh, the Scandival. I was like, why am I messing that up every time? I don't know. I see it pop up, but it's like I don't have time because I'm constantly right now, especially trying to make TikToks, trying to make YouTube, try to live stream on YouTube and now TikTok too. I just, although it doesn't have anything to do with my comments or not my content on TikTok, I'm still streaming these live streams on TikTok because, we got to push some videos out and get some more friends, right? Between that and hanging out with my husband and just trying to be mentally stable, I haven't watched it. I'm mostly watching YouTube creators on my free time, or not a new interest of mine, but re-entering my life, First 48. I'm like binge watching First 48 at this point. I watched it before I got on the live stream. So yeah, I got off work, watched that, prep for the live stream, and here we are. So maybe, I also don't pay for cable. So if I can figure out what streaming platform has it, then I could potentially start watching it again. But right now, I don't have cable. That was really sidetracked. Cassis says the drink throwing is crazy. For like 50-year-old women, I never thought I would see a 50-year-old woman throw a drink. But those ladies are throwing drinks more than the young chicks, okay? Kimmy Lockett says the Cassis says, right? Like, does that happen in real life? I've never seen it happen, but you see it like on TikTok, or not TikTok. Yeah, I guess TikTok, on social media, and you see it on reality TV, but I have never just Like, I'm gonna throw my drink on you because you just pissed me off, dude. Spirit of the Tree says, I can promise you at 45, I'm still a big kid and I feel like a kid and I'm a lot and I'm a LOL but I'm a LOL to 19 and 22-year-old boys. oh, what is LOL? Are you saying laughing out loud to 19 and 22-year-old boys? Oh, mom. I was like, what? A mom to 19 and 22-year-old was. And see, look, they probably thought you were super mature. And now they're probably like, my mom is just like me, but a little bit more mature. Cassie says Peacock is $5. I have Peacock. Thank you. Got it. We're done there. I have Peacock. That's what I watch First 48 on. And you get all of the trash TV you can watch. I watch First 48 on Peacock. So I do have it. But I'm like, I have to be like 4 or 5 seasons behind. Like, I don't even know how far I'm behind at this point. Okay, let's go ahead. We are off track as the BriHive does. Off track as the BriHive does. All right, so for TikTok, I'm gonna shut TikTok off because Kimmy is the only one manning over there. Shout out to Kimmy for modding both TikTok and YouTube. So I went ahead and turned off TikTok live. And we're gonna, why am I saying let's get my life together. Let's go ahead and jump into the memo of support for the anti-SLAPP motion. Trying to stop saying but I keep saying it. So let's jump into that. There's oral argument requested. Let's pull up the documents. Let's see where we are with our likes. We're at 34 likes with 22 people watching live. If you have not hit the like button yet, please do. It does help us get more friends. And we have a goal of 40 likes this live stream. And we are only 6 likes away from that goal. I thought we weren't going to reach it, but we are. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna try to figure out why I'm saying but let's do it. Okay, it's a memorandum of law. They're requesting oral argument. This is not my water that I want to drink. Preference requested pursuant to that code that I don't know. This is a memorandum of law in support of counter-defendant Beast Investments, LLC, and James Donaldson motion to dismiss pursuant to New York civil rights law. Remember, we are talking anti-SLAPP. I should be able to say these things to protect my own interest and also the public interest. We don't want them getting bad quality food. That is really, really bad. And no one wants to be sued in general, but no one definitely wants to be sued for like food poisoning and bad food. So I think he's gonna win on this. I'm gonna be very surprised if he doesn't. Kimmy, you did tell me in my text that they did the ceiling. They denied the ceiling, right? Not this motion, I'm assuming. Yeah, because this was just filed on the 7th. So I don't think they did that. Okay, let's scroll down, make it fun, make everybody dizzy. Okay, here we are. Introduction to the relevant facts. This might repeat some of the things that we went over on the affidavit, but let's see what's going on. Oh, it's got the sass. Cast the sass. The sass is in this one. Okay, the sass is in here. I actually have your comment pulled up, but let's. Oh no! What the heck? What did I just do? Okay. And y'all, this is a live reaction. I have not read this, but I did see some sass just browsing it. So, introduction of the relevant facts. That is not what that said, but close enough. The counterclaims filed by celebrity virtual dining operations, and virtual dining concepts are nothing more than a desperate attempt to distract away from counterclaimants' own material breaches of their agreement with plaintiffs and counter-defendants, Beast Investment LLC, and James Donaldson, also known as MrBeast. Publicly, what does PKA mean? Publicly known as MrBeast? I don't know. Counterclaimants attempt to gaslight this court and the public into thinking any harm to the MrBeast Burger's business was caused by 5 tweets. published and taken down over a 6-week period rather than by counterclaimants' own failure to control the quality of the products and services offered throughout the several years they were running the business. I think that's an accurate statement. Like, you can't gaslight me into thinking these few tweets was making the business run into the hole for 2 years. I'm with MrBeast on that one. The counterclaims are a textbook example of strategic litigation intended to chill defendants' right of free speech, which is exactly what New York's anti-SLAPP law is designated to protect. And, being frivolous and driving up litigation costs as well. That's probably what's happening here too. This lawsuit, which was filed by Beast Investments, arises out of the material irreparable harm to Donaldson MrBeast brand and personal reputation caused by counterclaimants' abject failure to ameliorate, y'all using some tough words, dang, the significant quality control problems with the virtual dining arm of the MrBeast Burger business. The parties own together, as well as counterclaimants' other material breaches of their agreement with Beast Investment and Donaldson. These include, without limitation, counterclaimants' failure to pay Beast Investments or Donaldson any amount due under the agreement, which are believed to be in excess of $4 million. And if I remember correctly, Virtual Dining Concepts is the hey, and they haven't gotten any money. They've been breaking even. MrBeast says he's owed $4 million. The Virtual Dining Concept says nope, we got $0. Okay, let's go more into it. Oh, I forgot to have Bossy bring us in, so we'll just have her come in right now. Okay, Bossy wanted to bring us in, so here we are. Okay, Donaldson tried to get counterclaimants to improve the quality of the products and services offered under MrBeast Burger brand, but counterclaimants were more interested in rapidly expanding their virtual restaurant business for the benefit of their own broader business. When his complaints fell on deaf ears and Donaldson continued to see his personal brand, MrBeast, take one hit after another, he attempted to respond to the multitude of complaints from his followers in an effort to maintain credibility and authenticity with his fan base, which is completely needed. He's an influencer, content creator, celebrity. He has to speak out against bad things. He was shocked to discover the serious quality issues with MrBeast Burger, and he wanted his followers to understand that they were being heard. Therefore, in a week period in June 2023, as well as one day on July 2023, over 2 years after MrBeast Burger virtual dining business had launched, Donaldson published 5 total tweets that address those concerns, as well as Donaldson's opinions about the virtual dining experience. The 5 tweets at issue are as follows. I'm not going to reread those again because we literally just read them a couple minutes ago. So if you missed those, sorry, but they are earlier in the stream. Okay. Beast Investment initiated legal action against counterclaimants on July 31, 2023, just over 1 month after Donaldson published the first tweet above. In response to defying common sense and thousands of published customer complaints, counterclaimants filed 6 counterclaims against plaintiff, through which they purport to be seeking over $100 million in damages, alleging that Donaldson's 5 short-lived tweets made 2 years after the business had been launched in response to thousands of published negative reviews by customers at a time when the virtual dining business in general is in decline, have caused irreparable harm to counterclaimants. So despite them knowing that they're driving the business down into the ground, they're going to blame it on the tweets that MrBeast made on Twitter. Is basically what that sentence said, because it was a little confusing for me. Putting aside the counterclaims have no merit, they indisputably seek to silence Beast Investments and Donaldson from making public statements regarding their own business in a public forum. Counterclaimants even seek to permanently enjoin counter-defendants from making any comments in the future, which is indisputably an unconstitutional prior restraint on speech. Accordingly, the counterclaims are exactly the type of claims that the anti-SLAPP law intends to prevent, and both Beast Investments and Donaldson respectfully request that their motion be granted in its entirety. They are going to go through the legal standard pursuant to New York Anti-SLAPP, where the movement has demonstrated the action is one, involving public petition and participation, people ordering food and getting bad food. So yeah, public much. A motion to dismiss shall be granted unless the party responding to the motion demonstrates that the cause of action has a substantial basis in law or is supported by a substantial argument for an extension, modification, or reversal of existing law. An action involving public petition and participation is a claim based upon one, any communication in a place open to the public or a public forum in connection with an issue of public interest. Remember, he's talking on Twitter. And it's for people complaining about the food. People from the public, not people from the private. They are posting on Twitter, MrBeast, you suck. You're giving us bad burgers. Maybe they didn't say that, but something along those lines. So I think he has the public interest issue satisfied and on a public forum satisfied, or any other lawful conduct in furtherance of the exercise of the constitutional right of free speech in connection with an issue of public interest, or in furtherance of the exercise of the constitutional right of petition. Public interest shall be construed broadly and shall mean any subject other than purely private matter. Not private. I guess you eat your burger in your private home, but quality control of a whole restaurant is going to be a public issue. Okay? I don't see how they can get around that. Okay. Once the movement has demonstrated the action is one involving public petition and participation, the non-moving party bears the burden of establishing through clear and convincing evidence. So not by a preponderance of evidence. You have to show me by clear and convincing evidence, maybe around 75%, right? To show me that, what do they have to show? That there is a substantial basis in fact and law for its claims. Notwithstanding dismissal, the claims pleaded must have substantial basis in law. Let's see. Okay, I mean, it has a substantial basis in law because, I don't really like that definition because I don't understand. And if I don't understand, I can't really explain it. So let me know if y'all get it. I feel like it does have a substantial basis in law, but it is of public concern. And it's going to be their burden to prove that it has a substantial basis in law. But I feel like that's so broad to have a substantial basis in law. But I digress. Let me go on. Such relevant proof as a reasonable mind may accept as adequate to support or conclusion or ultimate fact. The counterclaims arise from protected conduct. The first 6 counterclaims arise from, in whole or in part, 5 tweets posted by Donaldson on a public social media platform, Twitter, over 1 week window in June and then 1 day on July. They already said that. The tweets were made on a public forum. Of course, it was made on X. The court has already found that Twitter or X is a public forum for the purpose of anti-SLAPP. And that was actually in a Planned Parenthood case, which is interesting to me. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys. Somebody's making public tweets on Twitter about Planned Parenthood. Okay, let's see. They're made public forums. It is undisputed Donaldson's statements were published on his public X account. It sounds like X-rated or something. Like, I don't like X, okay? And made to millions of followers. Thus, the statements were undeniably made on a public forum. The tweets concerned a public interest. Public interest is to be construed broadly, meaning any subject other than a purely private matter. Matters of public concern include matters of political, social, or other concern to the community, even those that do not affect the general population. Indeed, given New York's broad interpretation, causes where the subject matter was not a matter of legitimate public concern are extremely rare. So it's not likely to be found that this is going to be private. And it's a public issue. I don't see how they can find that it's not a public issue. Here, the statements at issue concern a matter of public interest under the stated framework, food product quality at MrBeast's Burger, and from virtual restaurants generally, and Donaldson's involvement with MrBeast Burgers were the subjects of ongoing widespread public discourse. As counterclaimants acknowledge, Donaldson is a celebrity with many millions of followers and is one, if not the fastest growing digital creator globally with approximately 210 million reported subscribers as of November 2023. Let's see. Counterclaimants allege Donaldson's celebrity status and following was essential to the business relationship. The counterclaimants further acknowledge that the launch of MrBeast's Burger was highly anticipated and the single day pop-up sale amassed so much attention that it created lines of cars that was more than 20 miles long. I would not wait that freaking long for a burger. I don't care who is giving me the burger. I don't care if Beyonce herself was handing me the burger. I don't really care about celebrities like that. So I don't think that's a good example for me. But I am not waiting 20 miles. 20 miles takes you 20 minutes to drive at a reasonable speed or, state decided reasonable speed of 75 or 65 miles per hour. And so imagine waiting for a burger in a 20-mile long line. Where does the line even go? How do you even know when to get in the line? For 20 miles? How do you know where the line starts? I'm confused. I'm confused by that. Rachel Mills says, is this In-N-Out? No, it's MrBeast Burger. They're trying to be. No. I mean, they got In-N-Out beat with 20 miles to see MrBeast. As of January 2024, the MrBeast Burger has 1 million followers on Instagram and 212,000 followers on Twitter, reflecting how popular this venture was. Posts made on both accounts before the tweet's publication received thousands of likes and comments, reflecting an interest in trying the food as well as complaints concerning quality control issues. Counterclaimant acknowledged the public discourse regarding the food predated Donaldson's statements. Counterclaims, indeed, discourse existed concerning issues with virtual restaurants and ghost kitchens and their decline in popularity. Articles concerning MrBeast Burger was plentiful, with the news media tracking its poor quality, menu changes, and summarizing consumers' negative experiences. Let's see. Okay. They talked about tweets and quality control. They just kind of keep repeating the same thing. Okay, they get to the point. Indeed, in the tweets, Donaldson explained that the constraints and risks involved with the virtual restaurant business model, how it affected MrBeast Burger, and why the problem was difficult to resolve. Virtual restaurants make it hard to guarantee the quality of the order. How, when working with 2,000 restaurants, it's impossible to guarantee the quality of the order, the order quality, and how it's impossible to guarantee the quality of orders with virtual restaurants. Trump versus Trump is distinguishable. So let's hear what the Trump case had to do. In New York Superior Court found claims for breach of contract arising out of defendants' public discourse about an issue of public concern were not subject to anti-SLAPP statute, where the parties had contracted in advance in a settlement agreement to limit their ability to disclose confidential information. Here, the only cause of action, and he didn't disclose any confidential information, so let me just go on. Let's read what it says. Here, the only cause of action that is based on an agreement containing an alleged restriction on speech is the first cause of action for breach of the ESA. But even within the cause of action, the only ground based on an alleged restriction on speech in the speech is for breach of paragraph 28. Let's go see what paragraph 28 says. I'm sure it's going to tell us. Let me read it. I'm sure it'll tell us. The non-disparagement provision. Unlike Trump, the purported restrictions is not on all speech about a topic. It is not a confidentiality provision, but only on disparaging, false, misleading, or otherwise defamatory statements. Are they not letting him out of the contract? That's not misleading. Is it defamatory? No, because it's true. They're not letting him out of the contract. So good luck. Good luck, virtual dining. I'm leaning with Kimmy. I think MrBeast has a really good case here, but I digress. Let me go on. What defamation law generally prohibits anyway? Further, the contract contains other provision requiring counter defendants to speak honestly about the brand to maintain credibility and authenticity with Donaldson's social media followers and fans. which is exactly what Donaldson did. Therefore, the parties here did not agree in advance to limit their speech in the same way that the parties did in Trump, which is a confidentiality. But even if they did have a confidentiality issue, he didn't disclose who he was talking about. Streisand effect, they disclosed. Well, no, I guess he sued them, but either way, they disclosed who he was talking about in their counterclaim. Therefore, the parties did not agree in advance to limit their speech in the same way that the parties did in Trump, rendering the decision inapplicable. Further, application of Trump case here would be in direct conflict with California jurisprudence interpreting the state's own anti-SLAPP law, which New York courts find to be persuasive authority. Let's see, which similar. There's a case that was similar. Under California law, the fact that speech is alleged to breach a contract does not preclude a finding that it can be protected activity under the anti-SLAPP statutes. Let's see here. Okay, so they granted, California has upheld certain anti-SLAPP on similar situations of which MrBeast just did by making his tweets. The counterclaims are brazen attempts to silence counter-defendants' constitutional right to free speech and ability to add to the public discussion pertaining to the quality of the food under counter-defendants' own brand, because the actual objective of the suit filed by counterclaimants is to interfere with the burden counter-defendants' exercise of free speech rights, evidenced by their claim for permanent injunction seeking to prohibit further speech by counter-defendants. The claims fall within ambit of protected activity under the anti-SLAPP statute. See? Okay. Because the tweets were made in a public forum and concern a matter of public interest, prong 1 is satisfied, and the burden shifts to plaintiff to establish through clear and convincing evidence that there is a substantial basis in fact and law for its claims. I still don't get that prong. Like, I don't understand what I'm not understanding. Like, how would it not be a substantial basis in fact and law? What law? What law are we talking about? I am confused. Counterclaims cannot demonstrate any of their claims have substantial basis in law. Let's see if they can explain it to me, because I am confused. MrBeast, please explain this to me. Here we go. Counterclaims allege that Beast Investments and Donaldson have breached the ESA as a result of Donaldson's tweets. Specifically, they allege counter-defendants breached Section 3D by failing to provide ongoing social media support for the brand and making social media posts that severely damage and destroy the brand. Section 3E by failing to publicly support the brand and, in fact, undermining it. Section 6A by knowingly making untruthful and misleading statements about the brand and its products. I didn't see any untruths there, and I don't even follow MrBeast, and I believe the truth in what he said. By disparaging virtual dining, the ESA, the brand, virtual dining's marketing partners, virtual dining's product. He sued you. That's the only reason why people know who you are, but he didn't say anything in the tweets. So that's on them. The essential elements of a claim for breach of contract are the existence of an enforceable contract, the plaintiff's performance pursuant to the contract, the defendant's breach of that contract, and damages resulting in the breach. So this is the law that they have to prove that there's a substantial basis in, is the breach of contract. They're going to tell us why it doesn't satisfy it. They can't show that he breached it. Donaldson's tweets do not constitute a breach of contract. The timing, let's see. Beast Investments shall cause Donaldson to provide ongoing social media support through posting from Donaldson's account. The timing and total number of such postings shall be determined by Beast Investments in good faith and with the goal of fully supporting the brand while maintaining credibility and authenticity with Donaldson's on social media followers and fans. Donaldson to mention and integrate the brand as at appropriate times. The timing and number of such activity. I mean, he mentioned them at an appropriate time. People have been getting on him about the bad quality. Such activities shall be determined by Donaldson in good faith from time to time in the presence of the media and the general public while maintaining credibility and authenticity with Donaldson's social media followers and fans. Specifically, counterclaimants allege that the tweets constitute a breach that they allegedly severely damaged or destroyed the brand, and breach of E, saying that they undermined the brand. However, as a preliminary matter, these two sections are inapplicable to the conduct at issue, as they only concern counter defendants' obligations to make postings and integrate the brand at times and in amounts entirely within the discretion of the counter defendants. More importantly, the only restriction on the post substance is fatal to this claim. Any post by Donaldson must maintain credibility and authenticity with Donaldson's social media followers and fans. That is the precise purpose of the tweets, to maintain credibility and authenticity with Donaldson's fans. They didn't really think about if Donaldson didn't like the burgers anymore. I agree with him. I don't see the disparaging part of it. Let's see. He just has to make it in good faith and support the brand while maintaining it. I mean, they could argue he's not supporting the brand. That's about all I got in that. Because, I mean, but support can be, you know, making critiques as well, can it? Giving people constructive feedback? I think it can. What do y'all think? Shout out to Cast Sass for gifting 5 Boss Attorney Bree memberships. Definitely appreciated. Thank you. Let me get to I don't know how to use my soundboard all the way. So thank you to Cast Sass. Shout out to all the new BriHive members. Thanks to Cast Sass. Definitely appreciate you for that. I got to get through this. So let me jump back in here. Let's see here. But I can see why they're saying like they're not supporting the brand, but also constructive criticism. I think that's a form of support. Let me know if y'all agree with that. Counterclaimants cannot show that Beast Investments or Donaldson breached Section 28. Tweets. Here we go. This is the part they're saying. Neither party nor Donaldson shall make any disparaging, false, misleading, or otherwise defamatory. So defamatory statements are going to be false. Misleading statements are probably going to be false. And false statements are going to be false. So the only thing we're really looking at is if it's disparaging. In my opinion, that's the only thing we're looking at is disparaging at that point, because y'all not fixing the quality of the burgers is probably going to be seen as true because he's still getting complaints. Okay. And have you presented any evidence of how you tried to correct the quality control? Probably not, but I'm just guessing at this point. So let's go into it. Okay. Comments about this agreement, the brand, or any of their members, managers, officers, all the people. However, even a cursory review of the tweets reveal that they are nothing more than Donaldson's truthful opinions, not facts. I mean, whether they corrected, the quality control issue, that can be proven as fact, but most of it is opinion. So here we go. Regarding issues with controlling the quality of MrBeast's Burger products, the effect of those quality issues are having on Donaldson's brand, and the difficulty with controlling quality in the virtual restaurant industry, specifically through tweets, Donaldson stated the following: virtual restaurants make it hard to guarantee the quality of the order. He cannot guarantee the order quality of MrBeast Burgers. He believes the quality issues with MrBeast Burgers was terrible for his brand. He believes he signed a bad deal, and he is going to focus on other products, including Feastables. That's it. Y'all kind of skimmed it off the top, but that's the basis of it. I'll give you that. It's the basis of it, but y'all skimmed it off the top a little bit. That's it is wild to put in the legal pleading, but okay. Counterclaimants cannot demonstrate these 5 opinions constitute disparaging, false, misleading, or otherwise defamatory comments about anything. They are simply Donaldson's opinions reacting to customers' complaints, which were necessary to maintain credibility and authenticity with his social media following and fans. Expressions of opinion as opposed to assertion of fact are deemed privilege, and no matter how offensive cannot be subject to an action. I think there are some things that I can find as fact, but we're not going to go into that today. So, okay. Counterclaimants cannot show that Beast Investments and Donaldson breached Section 6A. Finally, counterclaimants allege that Beast Investments and Donaldson have breached 6A of the ESA, which provides, in pertinent part, BI represents, warrant, and covets that BI and Donaldson shall not knowingly require, make, or cause any untruthful or misleading statements about the brand or its products. Again, this claim fails because counterclaimants cannot show anything in these 5 tweets was untruthful or misleading, let alone knowingly. So especially when an abundance of publicly available evidence exists supporting the statements in the form of voluminous negative reviews of MrBeast Burgers, you can't beat me, says MrBeast. Not on that one. Not that one. I think he has a pretty good answer in. So I get it now. I think it's stupid. I think the anti-SLAPP definition in New York is dumb. I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it at all. So it basically says you can't chill my speech unless you can actually prove what you are claiming that I did. So it's basically like summary judgment, but if they can prove that you breached the contract, then it overcomes the anti-SLAPP. When I feel like in California, if you're making a public statement that involves a public matter, then you just basically overcome it. Because we did it in Lizzo. What was the second prong on Lizzo? The second prong in California was not this, that you can basically prevail on the claim, but that it has to do with I can't even remember. I have so much stuff in my brain right now. I can't even remember what the other prong is in California, but it's not this. It's not this, because this is basically like, yes, anti-SLAPP because it's of a public concern, but just because it's of a public concern, if they can prove their case, then it gets to stay. So I'm trying to think what because the thing with Lizzo is there was a 2-prong test and then another 2-prong test, and I can't remember what the second one was. It has to promote, if it is a public concern, it has to promote the purpose behind the public concern. I think that's something along those lines. So with Lizzo, the nudity scene, it was a public concern because they were making a television show, but the fact that they were it supported the artistic ability of the show, they were able to basically get that one off. Bad language. They were basically able to take that SH claim off. But when they went to Burnin' Bar, whatever it's called, Bananin Bar, and it was an outside activity, it wasn't in furtherance of the public it wasn't in furtherance of the public artistic free speech or free artistic thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking through it because I'm trying to figure out what the difference is in New York and California. It wasn't in furtherance of the artistic ability, or is that all part of one test? See, I'm not an anti-SLAPP lawyer, so bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Oh, I might have just confused myself even worse. Okay, so counterclaimants fail to perform under the ESA. Furthermore, counterclaimants cannot prevail on the breach of contract claim because they materially breach ESA before the tweets were published, including by, among other things, failing to pay BI any monies contractually owed per the ESA and by tarnishing MrBeast brands with substandard products and services. Even if the party's conduct would otherwise constitute breach, that party's obligation to perform is entirely excused when the other party has already breached. That's interesting. Let's see here. They talk about the money that was owed. He never received a dime from them. Okay, breach of the letter agreement. They go on to say that the counterclaimants allege that by publishing the 5 tweets at issue, BI breached the non-compete, non-solicitation provision of the letter, which states as follows: for the life of the MrBeast Burger business, whether virtual or in brick and mortar, neither BI nor Jimmy shall directly or indirectly own any interest in any competitor of VDC or otherwise compete with the business of VDC, including technology directed to the virtual dining and or brick and mortar restaurant business, or hire, offer to hire, entice away, persuade, or attempt to persuade any client, employee, officers, agents, independent contractors of VDC to discontinue their relationship with VDC. Now, MrBeast, they might have you there. I'm gonna say why I think they might have them there. They may have him there because although he didn't directly say it, he basically insinuated that he's no longer working with Mr. Beast and he understands that the quality is not that great. So he's not messing with them, basically encouraging his followers not to mess with them. He's trying to get out of the contract. Go buy, he didn't say go buy my chocolate bars, but he basically was like, I'm only focusing on Feastables, or I'm focusing more on Feastables. I'll never get an agreement like this with the burger company again. I got a bad contract. That's going to make your supporters not want to shop there. So part of that provision is persuade any client to discontinue their relationship with BDC. He is low-key encouraging his followers, who would be their clients or customers, not to buy. I don't know if it's a full-on relationship at that point, to discontinue their relationship. But that's how I'm interpreting it. I could be wrong. Y'all know this is not my practice area, so I could definitely be wrong. But I read that as potentially they can overcome on that one. So let's see. This is a standard non-compete provision to prevent counter defendants from competing with counter claimants. I mean, although it's a chocolate bar and a burger, they are both in the food industry. So yeah, it is not a prohibition on making truthful statements about concerns with the quality of Beast Burgers, but the fact that you say you're focusing on Feastables make it seem like you're telling them not to shop Beast Burgers, but to instead shop Feastables. That's my opinion, okay? Moreover, counterclaimants failed to perform their own obligations under the letter agreement by, among other things, failing to pay BI amount owed under the agreement, irreparably tarnishing the MrBeast brand by providing substandard products and services. Therefore, as with their claim for breach of the ESA, counterclaimants' claim for breach of the letter agreement fails because they cannot show they performed their own obligations. BI and Donaldson were therefore excused from their obligation before publication. I don't know anything about that. I know if it's a material breach, but he said if you breach at all, then I don't have to perform. But contract law is state law, so apparently they have different laws over there. Breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. As a preliminary matter, this third counterclaim for breach of the implied covenant was asserted against BI and Donaldson for both the ESA and letter agreement. However, as Donaldson is not a party to the letter agreement, to the extent this claim is asserted against him as to that agreement, it must be dismissed. There is an implied covenant that neither party shall do anything which will have the effect on destroying or injuring the right of the other party to receive the fruits of the contract. So again, he's basically, the tweet that would get him is him saying he's focusing on Feastables and not on Beast Burger. Here, there is no question that this claim arises from the same facts and seeks the same damages as counterclaimant's breach of contract claims. Counterclaimants allege that in the counterclaim that BI and Donaldson have breached the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing by disparaging MrBeast Burgers and virtual dining, directly undermining the sale of MrBeast Burgers products, persuading customers to purchase food products other than MrBeast Burger. You kind of did. You kind of did, but you didn't come out right and say it, but you kind of did. Sorry. And refusing to cooperate with virtual dining to effectuate the ownership structure contemplated by the letter agreement and otherwise carry out the terms of the letter. All right. Counterclaimants further allege that they have been damaged by counter-defendant's action and are therefore entitled to recover all associated losses, plus interest, costs, and attorney's fees pursuant to the ESA, the terms of which are incorporated into the letter agreement in an amount to be determined by trial. Here, too, there is no dispute that the damages sought under the claim are intrinsically tied to the damages sought for the alleged breaches of the ESA and the letter agreement. Indeed, they expressly state that damages for this claim are identical to those sought for breaches of the contract, as the claim merely restrains the breach of contract. They go on to do the permanent injunction to say that he basically shouldn't be able to say anything. To establish entitlement of an extraordinary remedy of a permanent injunction, counterclaimants must demonstrate that there is a violation of a right presently occurring or threatened and imminent. There is no adequate remedy at law. Remember, this is a money issue, so we're probably not going to get a permanent or a temporary injunction on this. Serious or irreparable harm will result absent the injunction, and the equities of and the equities are balanced in their favor. Even where these elements are met, it is still not guaranteed that an injunction will be granted, as it is an extraordinary remedy to be considered in a court's discretion. Okay. First, there's no presently occurring threat in the imminent violation of counterclaims. They fail to specifically allege any ongoing or threatened imminent conduct by Donaldson. Remember, he deleted the tweets almost immediately after they were posted. Accordingly, there is no ongoing threat in violation. Second, even if any claims based on counter defendant speech were viable, which they are not, any alleged harm therefrom can be compensated by monetary damages. Remember, we talked about that in a couple of streams ago. If it has to do with money, it's probably not irreparable. You can be paid back from whatever you lose. Do we have to guess what you would have lost? Yes. Okay, lastly, no permanent injunction, or I skipped one. Third, counterclaimants cannot show serious and irreparable harm will result in absence of a permanent injunction. As stated, all of Donaldson's tweets have been taken down, and there is no indication he is going to make further defamatory statements, nor has he, right? Lastly, no permanent injunction can be issued where the equities clearly fall in BI's and Donaldson's favor. Granting the requested injunction will permanently prevent BI and Donaldson from exercising their free speech rights, constituting an unlawful prior restraint, because a permanent injunction would award counterclaimants with an unnecessary, unsupported, and unlawful remedy and would permanently infringe on counter defendants' right to speech. I don't think they're going to get the permanent injunction. Tortious interference with contractual relations. Let's see. This is basically them claiming that him making these statements made other people not want to work with them, which is probably true. If you screw over MrBeast, I'm going to assume that you will screw over me too. And then the interference with the prospective business advantage. They claimed elements of this is that you have to prove the accused had knowledge that the plaintiff expected to have a business relationship with a third party. If they don't know the third party, they don't win. Same thing happened in Lizzo, and that's why that one got dismissed. The accused intentionally interfered with that relationship. The accused acted solely out of the malice and dishonest and fair, illegal and improper means. Let's see where we're at. The interference of damage to the plaintiffs. This counterclaim is based on identical conduct that is supporting the claim for intentional interference with the contract. Okay, they're not going to be able to prove that. He didn't know about the third people. And for the conclusion, they're asking for the court to dismiss it based on anti-SLAPP. I think he'll be able to succeed on some, but not all. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. We got 40-star comments that we got to get through. And did not realize I have already almost been streaming for 2 hours. Y'all, at like the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, I get tired. So if you don't notice, I start reading like fast, which doesn't help all the time because then I'm like stumbling over my words. But yeah, I get tired around the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. So we're not gonna make it to the letters in this live stream, but we got the substantial basis of the anti-SLAPP motion and MrBeast's statements as to why what's going on there. Okay, so let's see here. We are at 47 likes. We have beat the stream goal. I was going to set it for 50, but I was like, we only had like 14 people watching at the time. So I was like, we're not going to hit the like if we go to 50, but we are almost at 50. So we got 3 more likes to go. If you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps us get more friends in the chat, chatting with us, giving their opinions. And shout out to BriHive Live for getting us so high, getting us to 1, past the like goal for the stream, and 2, just being so amazing. That make the live stream go up. We had some good chat conversation going on. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Girl, learn how to talk. It's late. I'm tired. It's Thursday, girl. It's Thursday. If I get schizophrenia, I'm gonna blame YouTube. I'm like literally talking to myself on a camera, and I'm like really talking to myself. I'm gonna blame YouTube. Can I sue YouTube if I develop a mental illness of schizophrenia? I don't know. Kimmy Locker says PKA, professionally known as. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for giving me that. That was a long time. Castor Sass agrees with that. I'm gonna go with that. Spirit of the Tree says, "Oh, I smashed a like coming in the door. Thank you very much. I much appreciate it, and that's why that's where we are. That's why we are where we are. Girl, learn how to talk. We hit 50. We hit 50." Look at your girl DJing. That was low key. Like, I low key DJ'd right there. You cannot tell me I didn't DJ right there. What was it? It's bad DJing. I don't care if it's good DJing or not, but I DJ'd right there. Okay, I can't redo it. It sounded good the first time. The second time, it wasn't that good. I'm sorry, but I tried to repeat it. It didn't work out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for making us hit our second like goal of the live stream of 50 likes. Appreciate you guys so much. The BriHive Live got it popping, got it going up. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but let's go. Small says, "Oh, YouTube is so rude. No notifications." I was wondering where you were. I just figured you were busy. Welcome into the live stream. Another member and moderator of the channel, Smalls, aka Hella Swanky, aka she got a couple of different channels, but you know, we appreciate Smalls nonetheless. Welcome into the live stream. Hope you enjoyed what you were able to catch. Small says, "Oops, I meant to say no notification for me tonight, but hey, y'all, hope everyone is well." Yes, everyone. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing all right. Small says, "Shout out to Tanya D for sending a message on Discord. LOL. That's how I knew we were live. Sorry about that." I did post I posted the video kind of late because I had a hectic day at work. So sorry for no notice. Kimmy Lockett says, "Throwing in gaslighting allegation is how you know they represent someone on social media. Some just do so better than others." Yeah, that was some real sass talking about you're gaslighting me. You are gaslighting me. And not only are they representing a social media star, they are also representing Gen Zer, because Gen Zs, they like that phrase. You're gaslighting me. Everyone's gaslighting. Everything is gaslighting for Gen Z and everyone on social media too. But yeah, Gen Z popularized, in my opinion, maybe millennials too, popularized the term gaslighting for me. Spirit of the Tree says, "I gotta head out, but I love the energy here, sending all the love and the light." Thank you so much for dropping by in the live stream and participating in the chat. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Wonderful sleep as well. I'm gonna get some good sleep later. Small says, "What's our like goal tonight? We're at 40. How many accounts do I need to switch to?" The goal was 40. So you walked in right at the like goal. So shout out to you. Kimmy Lockett says, "Our goal was 40, but I think we can hit 50." And we did. We did hit 50. We are still at 50, but yeah, we surpassed our goal by 10. That's the second time in the last 2 weeks that we surpassed our goal. I think the Thursday night streams, we are like beating our goals all the time. Let's see here. Tiny says we're at 47. We were. Small says 47 out of 50. Yep. And y'all did it. Shout out to y'all. Kimmy Locker says, "Auctioneer's voice. We got 47. Can I get a 48? Who's got 48? Where's 48? Yes, love it. Tiny says, "Bree and the BriHive appreciate everyone for helping the channel find more friends." Yes, of course. Thank you for putting that into the chat. I know I'll be reading and getting lost in it. I try to keep the format to where we finish our document, go through the chat. So shout out to the BriHive, the moderators that keep the chat encouraged when I'm unable to update everything. So thank you for that, Tanya. Cassa Sass says, "Don't forget to share. That also helps." Yes, I'm thinking y'all are sharing it because we were almost at like 30 people watching, and we don't do that often. So shout out to BriHive Live, for real. For real, shout out to y'all. Small says, "Oh yeah, thank you, Cast the Sass. Sharing is super helpful, even if you just hit share and copy the link, but posting it helps even more, of course." Yes, of course. Thank you for that. Smalls is dropping the membership link. Thank you very much. And let's not remember, Cast the Sass gifted 5 Boss Attorney Bree memberships. So I lost 2 got the memberships, but welcome to everyone. Let's see. Oh, wait, I found it. Rachel Mills got a membership. Nina got a membership. Queen B, I'm like, is that mean? But no, I have a follower called Queen Bee that commented on my shorts and in my video. So shout out to you making it into the live stream, Queen Bee. And then Maud and Meredith also was gifted memberships by Cast of Sass. So again, thank you very much to Cast of Sass for that. And thank you, Smalls, for reminding us how to join the membership. Kimmy said, Bree, how you gonna scold my eggplant emoji, then talk about getting off clutches pearls? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, this stream has taken a turn multiple times. I'm trying to grasp it. I'm trying to get a hold of it, okay? I'm trying to get back on track. Someone came into TikTok. For those of you that do not know what I'm talking about, I had TikTok live on for a while. Someone came into TikTok talking about Drake and his leakage. His leaked video, and it just innuendos just streamed from there. I'm sorry, they just poured out from there. Rachel Mills says, if you want more food court sort of stuff to put it on your radar, Snoop Dogg is suing Walmart in post. I did not see that. I was like looking for things to cover today. I knew we were covering this and I didn't know it would go this long because Kimmy always brings me more documents than I anticipate, but we appreciate her for that because we get all the info. But I couldn't find anything. So thank you for pointing that out. Maybe we'll do Snoop Dogg next week. Kaza says to Rachel Mills, really, I didn't know I needed a Snoop versus Walmart case in my life until now, and I'm very interested. I'm very interested, to tell you the truth. Rachel Mills always comes with like case suggestions. Love it. I love it. Kimmy Locker says, oh, I hadn't heard of that, but already found the complaint and we can make it happen. If the BriHive's into it. I think we are. I think we would like to see Snoop Dogg on this channel again. We haven't had him for a long time. Cassa Sass says, do the little flying emojis for everything to help the channel or the video? Or do they do anything to help the channel or the video? I want to say they do, but I don't know. I think they're cute though. I don't know if they help. I'm sure they do because you're still interacting with the chat. That would be my opinion. Kimmy says engagement is always helpful. Yes. And Cassa Sass says, I love Bree's live reactions. Sometimes I feel like they're so bad and I get so distracted, but I appreciate that you appreciate it. I really do. Because I just feel like I'm a mess over here on the internet and my children are going to find this one day. But that's okay. Hopefully they think I'm cool and not immature. Cassie says, again, thank you for the gifted memberships. Really, really appreciate it. Tanya D says, Cassie says, you're simply the best in my Tina Turner voice. Love Cast of Sass. Always supporting the channel. Greatly supporting the channel. Definitely appreciate it. Small says the Cast of Sass, engagement of any kind is helpful, including the chat itself. It's why the mods are always running their mouths or fingers, I guess. LOL. Appreciate it. I didn't know that that's why you guys were always talking. I thought you guys were just that interested in what I was talking about. That's a little embarrassing. I appreciate the engagement, but I just thought you guys cared. But you do care. You care enough to engage, even if you don't care what I'm talking about. I appreciate that. Tiny D says, shout out to everyone listening in the bushes. We appreciate you too if you're not commenting. Love that. Tiny D says, congratulations to all the new members. Yes, of course. I'm listening into the bushes, huh? Small says to Cast of Sass, yo, you coming for Kimmy Locker's MVP status? I see. I dub you the MVPB of the stream. Thank you. Yes, of course. Oh, we should do an award show at the end of the year. We should do a BriHive award show at the end of the year. Y'all know I got to stick to my my membership live streams too. So I need to post about that and see when the peeps are available for another members live stream, because we're almost halfway through February. I mean, we're a weekend, but at this point, next week we'll be halfway through February. So there's that. Yes, we appreciate the support. Kimmy Locker says, MVBs, if you will. Small says, oh man, how did I miss that? MVBs. Cast of Sass is the official MVB of the stream. We can also start doing those. Who does that? The lead attorney does that. I don't know if any of you watch his live streams, but he does the MVP for the live streams, and it's the person that donates the most, which is like cool, but it's like you're kind of like you're not forcing people, but you're definitely encouraging people to donate to the stream. Okay. Cast the Sash dropping the queen bee emoji that not TikTok, StreamYard doesn't like to show us. Cast the Sash says, OMG, Bree needs an MVB emoji. I can create one. What would we like it to look like? It's going to be a bee with a trophy. Y'all know me and my artistic abilities are not that great, so I may need some ideas on how to make the MVB. If anybody is artistic and wants to design it for me, let me know. Kimmy Locker says yes, and YouTube needs to let us bestow the MVP status upon people. I don't know how you would do that. We got to figure it out. We have got to figure that out. Cassis Ass says, I really love the channel, and chat is always a really fun time. I appreciate that so much. Kimmy Locker says, same, and I'm glad you've been able to join many recently. Yeah, we hadn't had Cassis Ass hanging out with us in a while, so we are definitely happy to have you back in all the comments and opinions on the stream. Definitely appreciate it. Oh gosh, I just got rid of a chat. I was not supposed to. Where did it go? I lost the chat. Kimmy worked so hard in pulling the chats for me. And then I just lost one. I think this is it though. To Kazakhstan engagement of, I think I already got that one. Maybe that is the one. I don't know. I lost the chat, so sorry. Kimmy was starring them for me, but I accidentally unstarred one too early. Oh no, I don't know. Tanya D says, fun fact, I took a DJ lesson with a professional DJ. It was fun, but I prefer just to listen to music. That sounds like a great time, because when I go to like bars in the club, I'm always like, let me DJ, because you're not doing that good of a job. As if I know how to DJ. Girl, you do not know how to DJ. Not you, Tanya, but me, I don't know how to DJ. But I'm talking about let me DJ. Kimmy Locker says to Tanya D, holy cannoli, I want a DJ Tanya D set so bad I can hardly stand it. That would be fun. That would be so fun. I got a little soundboard. We can make things happen. Yeah, that's why. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Kimmy Lockett says, laughing my A off. Okay. Maybe that's not the only reason why. Haha, but I do push myself to engage / chat more than I would if I wasn't a bot. Oh, well, I appreciate it nonetheless. I don't care really what you guys, as long as it helps the channel out, which it has been working. So I appreciate everything that everyone's doing to help my channel. Tiny D says, newsflash, they will not think you're cool. Tanya, my kids are going to think I'm cool. They're going to think I'm very mature. They may think I'm a little strange. They may think I have issues for talking to a camera, online in chats. But they're gonna for sure think I'm cool. Okay? I don't know where you got that from. I cannot get behind you on that, Tiny. I'm usually pretty agreeable with what you have to say, but me, not cool, not going for that one. Kimmy Lockett says my niece already has the audacity to think I'm not cool. So yeah. It's the younger, like I would never listen to anything that Gen Alpha has to say, or Gen, what are the other ones called? Are they still Gen Z? The ones that are like 10 years old, are those ones Gen Z too? Are those ones? Are those things Gen Z as well? Because I believe my sister and my niece are both Gen Z, but no, that can't be right. So this is like 26 and my niece is 9. That can't be the same generation, is it? Or are the 9-year-olds part of Gen Alpha? I don't know. Either way, I don't listen to them, and I will not listen to them. I guess y'all do not care about the MrBeast. I was just reading and no one was listening. No one made any comments. No one made any comments about the MrBeast case. The whole stream was dedicated to MrBeast. A small says the cast the sass, same. I schedule my life around Tuesday and Thursday evenings now. Haha, this community is my benchmark goal for our Black in Sync online community and live stream chat. Love it. I love it. I appreciate you guys. I'm like because sometimes you miss your favorite show on TV and then you just have to catch on the replay. But all of you that show up consistently to the live stream make me want to live stream, because I'm like, some days I'm like, I just don't want to do it. I'm tired. I would rather, rest and have a glass of wine and, relax. But I'm like, no, I have to go talk to my internet friends. I have to go update them on cases and live react and chat in the chat. Like, I have to do it. So for all of you that do constantly show up live, you guys, you're what keeps this channel going, for real. I'm like, I don't want to disappoint you. So I appreciate that. Kimmy Locker says she's Gen Z. For 9-year-olds, or your niece is Gen Z? My sister said they're the same day. She was like born in 2014. But I'm like, that's still Gen Z? That's a big, but I mean, I guess millennials are like from the 80s to what? Late 90s? How long are generations? I feel like they should be like 10 years, but I guess they're more like 20. Kimmy Locker says, right, if I want her opinion on how cool I am, I'll tell her what it is. Yeah. Tiny says, Emily D. Baker might be able to tell you if it's possible for the like trophy things. I think that's what you're referring to. Kimmy Locker says, Tiny D, I don't think it is. That's why we got to get YouTube to let us do it. I don't know. I think you guys are talking about the trophy thing. Those things, yeah. Children that are not mine, sorry. You become things. This is how it says. I was listening to the MrBeast car. I was listening to the MrBeast car, or was interesting. Oh, the part of the live stream of MrBeast. Yeah, I'm sorry. You were listening in the car. I was like, no one's commenting on what I had to comment about. Everyone's just having too much fun. I think so too. Tiny D says, I was finishing up my Super Bowl bingo, so I only half listened today. I got it done though. The Super Bowl bingo sounds fun. But you know what? I don't really keep up with football like that, but we're low-key having a Super Bowl party here this weekend, so that's interesting. But I hope your Super Bowl bingo was fun. I made a bingo game for Alpha for my husband for his birthday. It's actually here on my desk. I made it on Canva. Can y'all see that? Alpha's 30th birthday. And I put all the things that he likes. So I hope your bingo game was pretty fun. I just exposed his age, but that's okay. It's not my age, so I don't care. But I guess you can then guess my age from that. But I guess no. I mean, he could be younger or older than me. You never know. Let's see. I think I saw something. Kimmy said Gen Z is 2012 or 2014-ish. Okay, so I guess they would be the same, which is with Kosh Goblins. Come on, y'all. I know it's getting late, but geez Louise. Casa Sad says, I was listening. I'm sorry. I just don't follow MrBeast, so I don't care a whole lot about the outcome, but I came here for Brie and the community. Love it. It's okay. We ranked for it on Tuesday and didn't cover it, so that's why we covered it today. So, but either way, I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Kimmy Locker says, I think Nissa meant MrBeast case. Yes, I think so too. I'm tired. The chat's tired. It is what it is. Small says, Bree can't check my TikTok messages. I will. You know what? Kimmy texted me and told me to check the TikTok messages. And when I went to check, there was no message there. Now, today, I did see that there was a little red dot on there. I just haven't gone on that account today. So I will go on there when I get off of the live. I promise. I promise you that. And are you still close by? Don't want to give my location like that, but I am in the Bay area. And I'm pretty sure you were in the Bay Area at some point too. So I'll ask you in messages. I don't know why I'm asking online. Okay. Tanya D says it's a birthday / Super Bowl party. And yes, I did it in Canva. Oh yeah, so you did it too. It's like super easy to do. Oh, so you're making it for your party. I thought you were like completing one. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really fun. Small says, I get my new phone Saturday, but until then, I can't see your messages, Kimmy Locker. Can you get the date Bree chooses from her, please? I'm on it. Not y'all having a meeting about me in my chat. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, no, it's all good. I'll check the message. I probably need to get on Discord with y'all. I feel like y'all be having fun without me. But my toxic trait is I will see a message come in and I will not open it. So maybe I don't need to be on Discord because I don't want to be ignoring y'all. But it'd be a lot going on, okay? So that's that. Thank you all for joining me in the live stream today. I definitely appreciate it. We're gonna have maybe some Snoop Dogg talk next week. And we're gonna have don't know what other cases we're gonna cover, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. If there are any cases that you find that you would like for me to cover, feel free to drop it in a chat, a comment on one of the live videos. I should see it, even if I don't respond to it. It gives me anxiety to respond to messages sometimes, but here I am doing social media, so I need to learn how to respond to my comments and my messages. It's okay, Kimmy, I saw your chat in the back. Let's see, where were we at? Kimmy Lucker says we blew past our like goal, so I think the BriHive liked tonight's case. There wasn't much nonsense to comment on because his attorneys did a pretty good job, in my opinion. Yeah, they really did do a good job. They did. I think there are some things that they're not going to win on, but they definitely did a good job. And I didn't see any typos, so they did a good job for sure. Kimmy Lockett says, the Smalls, at our next meeting about Bri, we should scheme getting her on Discord. That's why I probably need to be on Discord. It gives me so much anxiety. It gives me so much. Sometimes I forget to respond to Kimmy and she's helping me. And sometimes it's anxiety, and sometimes I just don't see it. So my phone is literally on silent all the time. The only time that my phone is not on silent is if I know for sure I have a call coming in that I cannot miss. I cannot, even my iPad, it dings and I don't know how to turn the sound off. I want to turn the sound off because I don't know why, but it makes me freak out. I don't know. This is how it says Runkle only comments a little on his Discord. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do it. I just gotta commit to it, right? I gotta commit to it. Tiny D says, have a good weekend, everyone. Yes, of course. Y'all got me rereading the Clarity actually made a live, but we're about to log in, but we appreciate our log out. See, I can't even talk. Log out, but thank you for joining. Everyone said, awesome. Yeah, I need to get on Discord. I will be. Oh, in LA, Bri, I was in the Bay, but not anymore. I can be if I need to be, or you can come down to the studio. I will be down that way in May. I'll be down that way in May, but I want to join you sooner than that. So we can do it online then. Okay. Either way it goes, let me get off of this live stream. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I am, again, like I've talked about at the beginning of the year, trying to do some changes on this channel, and I just have to commit to those things. So if you see me posting a little bit more as far as the community tab goes and as far as shorts goes, please do not get annoyed with me. We're trying to grow the channel this year, and I appreciate all of you for helping me out. And again, I hope that everyone has a really good weekend, and I will see y'all all on the next live stream. Bye.